There are things in history that can't be really fully explained, like the dancing plague. Strasbourg, July 1518, was just an ordinary day. Tryphia was walking down the street when suddenly she felt the need to shake her stuff and started dancing in the middle of the street and continued dancing through the night. The next morning, she seemed to be in some kind of trance and she just kept moving. The dance even became contagious, and after a week, about 100 people, mostly women, had joined her. The police believed this frenzy was caused by hot blood and that people needed to dance even more to heal. That's why the authorities built a wooden stage and musicians and professional dancers were paid to give rhythm to the people. But this had the opposite effect, doing nothing but spread the dancing fever to others. Some people began dying due to a heart attack, stroke, or exhaustion. Some even carried on dancing even though they had broken their ankles. After a month, 400 people had joined that endless dance. Finally, when too many people had died, people started to disperse. The survivors were taken to a sanctuary where the frenzy ended. You probably think that this is just an imaginary tale, but this event is widely documented in 16th century records such as church sermons, local chronicles, physician notes, and even notes issued by the Strasbourg city. But what caused this to happen to these people? Modern theories include food poisoning caused by the ergot, which is a fungus that commonly grows on wheat used to bake bread. If unknowingly consumed by eating infected bread, this substance can cause hallucinations and convulsions. Actually, ergotamine has the same active ingredient from which LSD was first synthesized. So, could it be that these people were so wasted they ended up dancing themselves to death? The intoxication theory is denied by the historian John Waller, who has collected numerous historical testimonials that report people moving with coordinated movements that lasted for days. People didn't squirm senselessly in delirium, even though they were in a trance state, but they wanted to dance. It is also unlikely because not everyone would have reacted the same way if they were intoxicated. And the amount of substance to make 400 people dance for so long would have been immense. Something similar to the tarantism, which is a dancing mania, is part of popular culture in southern Italy. According to the popular belief, is caused by a spider's bite, the tarantula. In this case too, the victim begins to squirm in an endless dance, and their only cure is to dance more. In another 16th century Italian belief, the Sicilian Saint Vito had the power to curse people with the dancing plague. Well, there are no spiders, fungi, or saints involved in this dancing mania. The cases we are talking about is an illness caused by hysteria. In fact, according to the Italian beliefs of tarantism, the spider's bite usually occurred during the harvests, often under the sun, in a situation of great stress. In the 1518 case, it was also a case of mass hysteria illness started by Tryphia. At that time in Strasbourg, the poor experienced hunger, disease, and despair. So when the three are combined, it becomes a lethal cocktail that caused a state of delirium in people, which led them to dance themselves to death. But nobody knows why the 1518 dancing plague infected so many people, and maybe will remain a mystery.